All right, today we're headed somewhere truly special. We're taking a trip to the green hills of Sri Lanka to check out an incredible cultural landmark, the Embekke Dewalaya. It's famous for having some of the most mind-blowing wood carvings you'll ever see anywhere in the world. This place isn't just some old building. It's so much more. This quote here really nails it. It's a living testament to Sri Lanka's ancient skills and amazing heritage. That phrase, it just perfectly captures what we're talking about. A place that's not only a historical treasure, but also an artistic masterpiece. So, what exactly makes this temple a masterpiece? Well, to really get it, to understand why it's considered the peak of ancient craftsmanship, we need to dig into its roots. Okay, so let's get the key facts straight. This amazing place was built by order of King Wickramabahu III, way back during the Gampola Kingdom. It's dedicated to the deity Katarogama, and its location, that's super important. It's nestled in Udunuwara, right in Sri Lanka's central province. This whole area, you see, has this long, rich history of kings supporting the arts. All right, to really feel the magic of this place, we've got to jump in a time machine. We're going all the way back to the 14th century to see how this incredible marvel was actually born. So the incredible skill you see in Sri Lanka, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. No way. We're talking about a tradition that was thriving all the way back in the 3rd century BCE. So, fast forward to the 14th century, and the stage is perfectly set for King Wickramabahu III to commission this temple. But here's the thing. While the king had the idea, the real genius, the hands and the mind behind these legendary carvings, was a master artist named Maha Dewalaya. And you know what's pretty amazing? The fact that we even know his name after all these centuries. That's all thanks to a Sinhala poetry book called the Embekke Dewalaya. It's this incredible historical text that tells the whole story of how the temple was made. And, most importantly, it gives a huge shout-out to Maha Dewalaya's incredible talent. That book alone is a priceless piece of history. Okay, so we've got the backstory down. Now let's actually walk through the place. Let's take a look at the layout of the temple complex itself. So, the first thing you need to realize is that Embekke Dewalaya isn't just one building. Nope, it's actually a whole complex made up of 8 main structures. Each one has its own job, its own unique look, and they all come together to create this one grand, amazing site. When you visit, it's like you're on a journey. You start at the entrance, the Wahalkada, then you head to the Maha Dewalaya, which is kind of the spiritual heart of the place. But the building that really just stops everyone in their tracks, that's the Hevizi Mandapaya, the drummer's hall. Even the roof has this special design feature, the Madal Krupawa, that people come just to see. 32. Just let that number sink in. That's how many wooden pillars are holding up the drummer's hall. And every single one of them is just covered in these intricate carvings. Can you just imagine it? The sound of drums echoing in that hall, surrounded by all this ancient art. It's really the heart and soul of the whole experience. And all of this, the history, the architecture, it all leads us to the main event, the reason this place is famous all over the world, the carvings. This is where the real magic happens. Get ready for this number, 514. And listen, that's not just the total number of carvings, that's the number of different, unique designs. Every single one is its own little story. The amount of artistic creativity packed into this one place, it's mind-boggling. And what are they carving? Well, everything. It's so diverse. You've got mythical creatures like the Geja Singhe. That's a cool mix of an elephant and a lion. Then right next to that, you might see these really sweet everyday scenes like a mother holding her child, or even a nun. It's like the entire place is a wooden storybook of myths, nature, and real life. The genius here wasn't just in the art itself, it was in the science behind it. The craftsmen were incredibly smart about their materials. They specifically picked tough, local woods like Gamalu and Jack. Why? Because they knew exactly how each one would work, how it would hold a superfine detail, how it would fight off bugs in bad weather. That's the real secret to how this art has lasted for more than 600 years. But it's so important to get this. This temple is not some dusty museum artifact, not at all. It is a living, breathing sanctuary. It's a place where the past isn't just remembered, it's alive in the present. every single day. Right. It's not a museum because it's still a very active place of worship. Local people are there all the time for ceremonies and rituals. And that continuous spiritual energy is what creates this incredible, unbreakable link between its ancient history and the people who live there today. So, when you have a treasure that's this precious and also this active, you have to protect it, right? Of course. Conservation is a huge deal here. The government and local groups are always working on maintenance and restoration projects. It's all about making sure this masterpiece is still around for our kids and their kids to see. So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? When you visit a place like this, what does it really teach you? What do you walk away with? I think in the end, it's more than just a history lesson. It's a chance to just stand in awe, to appreciate the incredible skill, the art, and the passion of the people who created this. They poured their souls into every single cut. Embekke Dewalaya is just this amazing reminder of what humans can create with just wood, tools, and a powerful vision. And it really gets you thinking, doesn't it? How many other masterpieces like this are out there, maybe hidden in plain sight, just waiting for us to find them and hear their stories? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.